to celebrate this new step on your path to the next stage of your career. So please. So today marks the 33rd graduation celebration on the Griffin campus, albeit my first. And today's graduates will join 650 others who have gone before them from this institution. With that, I'm going to now introduce our keynote speaker, and I would point out that our keynote speaker was actually selected at the very strong encouragement of our students, many of whom heard him speak at previous events on campus and were very enthusiastic about the presentation he had made. So it's my privilege and honor to introduce Dr. L. Randolph Carter, who joined the University of Georgia in 2009 and now serves as the Director of Diversity for the Office of Institutional Diversity. In this capacity, he provides administrative and strategic leadership to the university's diversity, inclusion, and community building initiatives with the University of Georgia faculty, staff, students, and partners. Randolph has served in several capacities at the University of Georgia, including serving as Director of Human Resources for UGA Auxiliary Services, functional lead within the Office of Faculty Affairs, and Human Resources Senior Managing Consultant in the Learning and Development Center. Prior to joining the University of Georgia, Randolph held leadership roles in several international development organizations. His work spans over 20 years in Africa, the Middle East, Southeast Asia, the Balkans, and North America. This work focused on children and youth affected by armed conflict and included thematic areas such as conflict transformation, leadership development, staff and community capacity building, organizational development, strategic planning, trauma counseling, and post-war reintegration. He has provided strategic assistance to organizations such as the United States Institute of Peace, the U.S. Agency for International Development, the U.S. Department of Labor, the International Peace Committee, United Nations Development Program, UNICEF, and Harvard University. Randolph has served as adjunct faculty for American University's Peace Building and Development Institute and has delivered numerous invited talks in over 25 countries around the world. He is an avid soccer fan and enjoys playing, coaching, and watching the game. His wife, Latasha, and daughter, Raina, are his travel buddies. Together, they have experienced many communities, cultures, and languages, and are always excited to add a new stamp to their passports. Please join me in welcoming University of Georgia's Director of Diversity, Inclusion, and Deputy Chief Diversity Officer, Randolph Carter.
Good morning. So I'm going to make my remarks extremely brief because wearing all black on a hot Georgia morning and sitting in that sun doesn't go very well. A few months ago, I was surprised to receive an email inviting me to serve as keynote for this ceremony. I was a little confused as to the reason why I would be invited to this particular ceremony. I've never been to the Griffin campus. This had to be a mistake. I actually felt a little badly for poor Assistant Director Melissa Todd, who would be in trouble for mistakenly inviting the wrong person. She certainly had some explaining to do to her new boss, Assistant Provost Dean. I even played the whole scenario in my head. This is Melissa. We invited Randolph Carter to serve as the keynote for the ceremony. Dr. Dean, say that again, who? Ms. Todd, Randolph Carter. Dr. Dean, to do what? I was somewhat convinced that the invitation was probably for my boss, Dr. Michelle Cook, Senior Vice Provost and incoming Vice President for Student Affairs at the university, who has done tremendous work for our campus communities. Or perhaps the invitation was for my wife, Latasha Carter, as a result of her passionate academic advising and transfer student work at the university. I was even more convinced of the latter because our emails are distinguished by a single letter in the middle. I am L.R. Carter at UGA, and she is L.S. Carter at UGA. After very little contemplation, I wrote back and said, absolutely, it will be my honor, while equally expecting the sorry we emailed the wrong person response to come back. That expected response never came, and I am truly honored to be a small part of this celebration today. I remain grateful for the work that every student, every faculty, every staff of this campus have put into today. I acknowledge that this small event is actually nothing small, but a culmination of thousands of hours of consuming words on pages or screens, hundreds of hours of lectures, group work, and the occasional memorization of things that would never be manually calculated today or in the foreseeable future. For some of you, this event signifies the result of a journey of 13,000 kilometers from Kathmandu and other parts of the world to Griffin. For others, while the geographical journey may have simply been from Birdie, Sunnyside, Orchard Hill, Williamson, Experiment, or even East Griffin, the journey of doubt, generational impediments, socioeconomic status, disability, and other obstacles amount to a distance of 10,000 miles. Despite the composition of what that distance is, consider me today your long-lost cousin who simply came to say, I see you, I see the fruits of your hard work, and I am extremely proud of you. Jocelyn, I see you. Franklin, I see the fruits of your hard work. And Robert, I am extremely proud of you. See, my place today is not to tell you what to expect of the world. You live in it. Or how to handle challenges, as some of you can write volumes about how to do that. Or, neither is my place to tell you the 44 things you ought to do to be successful. I unfortunately don't know 44 things about anything, and if I did, it would be a moot point, as I am attending an event that celebrates your success. My place today is really simple. My place today is to join all the others here who want you to know we see you, we appreciate you, we celebrate the fruits of your hard work, and we are proud of you. Over the course of the last year, and many years for some of you, you've probably grown accustomed to that dreadful question. So, what's next? What's next, in other contexts, has been a source of great innovation and change. What's next has spurred growth, promise, and development. In this context, however, what's next remains a source of stress, anxiety, and judgmental expectations. Today, I bring you a simple response. What's next? Tomorrow's next, but today is available. Today, I offer you reprieve from attempting to predict the future. What's next? Tomorrow's next, but today's available. Today, I offer you relief from pretending that you have it all together. What's next? Tomorrow's next, but today is available. I'm uniquely positioned to offer you this, not just as your cousin, but also because I didn't know what was next. I had no idea that being born in Monrovia, Liberia was what's next. That witnessing humanity's dark side through the devastating experience of war, death, and carnage at 11 years old was next. That arriving to the United States at 19 years old was next. That in 2017, becoming a proud U.S. citizen was next. That next guaranteed that I'll turn 20, find myself in Selma, Alabama, and meet on my very first day of college a girl whose beauty is only surpassed by her compassion and intellect. That next meant a 0.75 GPA at the end of my first semester. I don't know why y'all laughing at me. A total fault of this girl I've just described. Although I barely attended classes, waiting patiently in the courtyard every day for her, and was only successful, hence the 0.75, in the world history class that we shared together. That next meant at 25, I would become father to a daughter whose accomplishment at 19 years old surpasses everything I've accomplished at 44 years old. In fact, last night she informed me that she's been invited to be the keynote for a graduation ceremony for a Montessori school. As proud as I was, I thought to myself, she wouldn't even let me have this. That next would sunset my international community building work and bloom a pathway of community building at the University of Georgia. That next, so fascinatingly, will put me in Griffin, Georgia on May 10, 2023. You see, no amount of self-scripting would have placed me in the spot where I stand today, because I understand that what's next could change in an instant as a result of a diagnosis, a result of a death, a result of a birth, a result of a transition. I believe that God, who crafted your yesterday, holds your today and designs your tomorrow, and that this God is next. The same God who knew you before you were in your mother's womb, the God who specifically positioned you, and the God who has given you every unique gift is available with you and walks beside you through every mountain, every valley, and every tomorrow. What's next? Tomorrow's next, but today is available. Today, I ask you to recognize every aspect of the journey that has placed you where you currently sit. I ask you to take a moment to silently acknowledge those who you wished would have been here today to celebrate this day but could not be here. I ask you to appreciate the relationships that have strengthened every piece of your puzzle. I ask you to recognize that the brick you lay today is our university's acknowledgement that you were a part of this fabric during your time here, and that brick serves as your personal timestamp of this important moment. I ask you to acknowledge that tomorrow's next, but today's available. On behalf of my family, the University of Georgia, and every loved one and supporter who couldn't be here today for you and with you, I say, congratulations. Today, we see you. We see the fruits of your hard work. We're proud of you. Juliana, we see you. Depeche, we're proud of the fruits of your work. And Maya, we are excited for you. Thank you all so much.
So for those of you who have been to previous ceremonies on campus, you know that we have a bit of a tradition of presenting our guest speakers with a little token of commemoration for their time with us, courtesy of Mr. Dick Morrow. You'll see a few of these around the campus, and if you're interested in one for yourself, you might talk to Dick about it. But Randolph, it's my pleasure to present this with you in commemoration of the talk you gave us today.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Dario Chavez, and I'm an associate professor at the Department of Horticulture. I am the person best known for the free peaches every summer outside of Coward Hall on campus. It is my pleasure to introduce our student speaker and my PhD student, Srijana Tapamagar. This is a great honor for me. Srijana truly has embodied what an excellent University of Georgia grad student and a great Griffin campus member is all about. She was president of the University of Georgia Student Ambassadors on campus, helped with diverse student activities, provided advice to upcoming students in my program and department, and mentored high schoolers in STEM, internship programs, and summer work. It is truly difficult to put everything she has done during her PhD program in a few sentences. It has been a joy to watch Srijana grow and develop as a young scientist throughout her PhD program. I am excited to see what the future will bring in Srijana's path, but I can only say that I expect great things to come her way. I am proud to now call her my colleague, so without further ado, I would like to invite our student speaker, Srijana Tapamagar.
Thank you so much, Dr. Chavez, for this wonderful compliment. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. All right. Dear fellow graduates of the Spring 2023 class, congratulations. We made it. We made it through all those sleepless nights, hectic class schedules, finals, tiresome field works, intense data analysis, exhausting writings, yes, financial hardships, devastating COVID-19, and alarming tornado. We made it all through. As we stand here today, I am reminded of the quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson: "What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us." Each one of us has a unique story, one that is inspiring and full of challenges, successes, and lessons learned. It is these stories that have brought us to this moment here today. And it is this motivation that we need to carry forward. Let me share my personal story with you all today. I come from a small but beautiful country, Nepal. I landed in the United States for my further studies in 2015, the year when Nepal was hit by a devastating earthquake. While thousands lost their lives, millions were injured with extensive physical damage that Nepal is still recovering from. It was the toughest time for me to leave my family, my home, to find myself in a completely new environment among new people and cultures. What kept me strong and going were these simple lines from my parents, who are present here today, actually, on the back. So they're simple lines where you are our strongest daughter, and we are very proud of you. Believe me, these are the most powerful and satisfying lines you all want to hear lifelong. I know I have never said this, probably part of the culture, and I feel a little weird saying this, but Mom and Dad, I love you. Like all of you, my time at the University of Georgia, Griffin campus, has been a journey of personal growth, both academically and personally. Never had I ever dreamed that my journey from an absolute introvert to a confident version of myself standing and addressing all of you today. And the credit goes to the wonderful community that we have here in Griffin campus. I can't thank enough to my advisor, Dr. Dario Chavez, horticulture department, supportive faculty, staff, administration, our lovely Misty, Cherry, Ms. Todd, Lee, Avery, Pamela, my UGA Griffin ambassadors, family, Ms. Chatman, Dr. Fortuna, and my fellow ambassadors who have played a huge role in my leadership journey here at UGA Griffin campus. And my lab mates, my friends, and the entire campus community for all the love and support throughout this journey. Moving forward, as we move on to the next phase of our lives, let us remember the lessons we have learned, the relationships we built, and the amazing experiences we have had at this campus. It is these experiences that have helped us to become the graduates that we are today. Let us take the skills and knowledge we have gained and use them to make a positive impact on the world around us. And let us never forget the love, support, and encouragement from our family, friends, and community, which has helped us reach this milestone here today. They are the ones who encouraged us during our times of struggle and celebrated with us during the times of our triumph. Finally, I would like to thank my fellow graduates for inspiring everyone around you with your perseverance, passion, commitment to excellence. May we continue to strive for excellence, make meaningful contributions to our communities, and embrace the next chapter of our lives with enthusiasm, courage, and determination. Each one of us have a bright future ahead. Let us carry this motivation and inspiration we have gained from our experiences here at the University of Georgia, Griffin campus, and use it to make a positive difference in the world. My fellow graduates, our real journey has just begun. Congratulations again. Thank you.
We are so honored to have you as a part of our UGA Griffin family. So please join me one more time in giving Srijana another round of applause. Okay, here we are, the moment that I think you all came here for. Students, you have worked hard to be considered candidates for graduation, and it is our honor to acknowledge your efforts today. Families and friends, we all appreciate your presence today, as you have been an integral part of this journey. We hope we honor you and say congratulations to you as well. During this moment, students, you will receive a brick certificate which has been signed by the dean of your college. This certificate represents the brick that you will also receive, which is a tangible part that you will leave on this campus. Side note, doctoral candidates, you will actually receive your certificates after the ceremony. Now, each of you, doctoral and otherwise, you will be laying your bricks over here to the side to commemorate the hard work, dedication, and commitment it took to complete your University of Georgia degree. Our campus is very proud not only of our having degrees offered by 4 of UGA's colleges on this campus, but we are also incredibly pleased to be able to offer undergraduate and graduate degrees. Today, we begin our celebration by recognizing our Griffin campus candidates for doctoral degrees. Each doctoral candidate will be joined on the stage by his or her major professor. Major professors for these candidates, please approach the stage to your left. Candidates, after receiving your brick certificate, your major professor and dean, Dr. Dean, will hood you. Then you'll proceed down the stage to the brick area and then back to your seats. Major professors, you may return to your seats after the hooding. Families, we also want you to know that we do have photographers capturing photos of your students on the stage and at the bricklaying location, and a link to these photos will be emailed to the graduates a few days after the ceremony. So thank you very much, Rick Blackshear. He's done a phenomenal job for us with this service, and also to our campus IT staff. Thank you, guys. Y'all ready to start? Okay. Dr. Dean, Assistant Dean Welch Devine, and Associate Dean Broder, please come to the stage. Major Professor Dario Chavez, please join this group. Srijana Thapamagar, Horticulture, Doctor of Philosophy, Major Professor Dr. Dario Chavez. Major Professor Dr. Shamat Joseph, please join this group on the stage. Robert Wolverton, Entomology, Doctor of Philosophy, Major Professor Dr. Shamat Joseph. Thank you, Dr. Broder. Dr. Dean and Assistant Dean Welch Devine, please remain on the stage. And will Dean Denise Spangler please join them. Major Professor Dr. Marilee Dunn, please also join us on the stage. For the Mary Frances Early College of Education, Claire DePalma, Student Affairs Leadership, Doctor of Education, Major Professor, Dr. Marilee Dunn. Major Professor Dr. Laura Dean, please join us on the stage. Amanda Long, Student Affairs Leadership, Doctor of Education, Major Professor Dr. Laura Dean. Major Professor Dr. Jenny Boss, please join the stage. Taja Mazzani, Student Affairs Leadership, Doctor of Education, Major Professor Dr. Jenny Boss. Nicole McConnell, Student Affairs Leadership, Doctor of Education, Major Professor Dr. Jenny Boss. Letitia Mitchell Johnson, Student Affairs Leadership, Doctor of Education, Major Professor Dr. Jenny Boss. Thank you, Dr. Boss. Major Professor Dr. Georgiana Martin, please join the stage. Maya Richardson Eccles, Student Affairs Leadership, Doctor of Education, Major Professor Dr. Georgiana Martin. Standing in for Major Professor Dr. Myra Womble for our next candidate is Dean Denise Spangler. Michelle Perry Stewart, Workforce Education, Doctor of Education, Major Professor Dr. Myra Womble. Please extend one more round of applause acknowledging the tremendous work and dedication of these candidates. Thank you, Assistant Dean Welch Devine and Dean Spangler. Associate Dean Martin Williams for the Franklin College of Arts and Sciences, and Ms. Faye Chapman, Program Director for Franklin College, will you join Dr. Dean as we prepare to recognize our Franklin College of Arts and Sciences graduate? From the Franklin College of Arts and Sciences, Dylan White, Bachelor of Science, Microbiology. Thank you, Associate Dean Martin Williams and Ms. Chapman. Associate Dean Broder and Program Coordinator Pamela Henry, will you join Dr. Dean on the stage? For the College of Agricultural and Environmental Sciences, Dalia Mitchell, Bachelor of Science in Agriculture, Biological Sciences. Y'all like the pauses? Jocelyn Vega, Bachelor of Science in Agriculture, Biological Sciences. Assistant Dean Welch Devine, will you join the stage for the recognition of our candidates for master's degrees in the College of Agricultural and Environmental Sciences? Deanna Bihiho, Master of Science, Horticulture, Major Professor, Dr. Daria Chavez. Mahesh Gamir, Master of Science in Entomology, Major Professor, Dr. Shamat Joseph. Franklin Brennan Jackson, Master of Plant Protection and Pest Management, Major Professor, Dr. Gene Williams Woodward. Matthew Molini, Master of Science, Crop and Soil Sciences, Major Professor, Dr. Musi Hapsaselassie. Juliana Morris, Master of Science, Food Science, Major Professor, Dr. Malak Aseli. Isa Maria Aligne Reynoso, Master of Science, Food Science, Major Professor, Dr. Govinda Raj Devkumar. Dipesh Shrestha, Master of Science, Agricultural and Applied Economics, Major Professor, Dr. Jinti Costantini. Jayua Wang, Master of Science, Food Science, Major Professor, Dr. Ismat Kasem. Thank you, Assistant Dean Welch Devine, Associate Dean Broder, and Ms. Henry. Dr. Laura Clark, Director, Undergraduate Programs.
Going off script.
Oh,
Off script for just 1 second. Dr. Broder, stand right there.
surprise.
I can't bend over anymore. As I mentioned, Dr. Broder is retiring at the end of this year, so a little memento from the faculty, staff, and students of the UGA Griffin campus. I hope you'll have fond memories of these ceremonies and come back and visit us often.
Dr. Laura Clark, Director, Undergraduate Programs for the Terry College of Business, and Ms. Rachel Pierce, Program Coordinator for the General Business Program for the Terry College of Business, joining us on the stage. For the Terry College of Business, John McWaters, Bachelor of Business Administration, General Business. Thank you, Dr. Clark, Ms. Pierce, and Dr. Dean. Let's give all these amazing students a well-deserved round of applause one more time. Congratulations, class of 2023. Now we will have the presentation of the University of Georgia's alma mater, led by candidate for the Doctor of Education, Maya Richardson Eccles. Following the alma mater, we will hear remarks from the UGA Alumni Association board member, Camille Kessler, and after which Dr. Dean will provide closing remarks. Thank you, and go Dogs.
How y'all doing? Good. Please stand. On the back of your program is the alma mater. Please join me in the singing. From the hills of Georgia's northland beams thy noble brow, and the sons of Georgia rising pledge with sacred vow. Alma mater, thee will honor, true and loyal be, ever crowned with praise and glory. Georgia, hail to thee. 'Neath the pine tree's stately shadow, spread thy riches rare, and thy sons, dear alma mater, will thy treasure share. Alma mater, thee will honor, true and loyal be, ever crowned with praise and glory. Georgia, hail to thee. And thy daughters proudly join thee, take thy restful place, side by side into the future, equal dreams embrace. Alma mater, thee will honor, true and loyal be, ever crowned with praise and glory. Georgia, hail to thee. Through the ages, alma mater, men will look to thee. Thou, the fairest of the Southland, Georgia's varsity. Alma mater, thee will honor, true and loyal be, ever crowned with praise and glory. Georgia, hail to thee. Congratulations, graduates.
Sit down. Good morning. My name is Camille Kessler, and as aforementioned, I've got sunglasses on. I am representing the University of Georgia Alumni Association. It is my honor and privilege to be here. This is the second year I have been invited to speak to graduates at the Griffin campus, and it's just my favorite place to come to, and I don't know who ordered the wonderful weather, but thank you. Because it was supposed to rain, wasn't it? No rain. Well, on behalf of the UGA Alumni Association, I want to congratulate each and every one of you on graduating from UGA. We are proud of you and your accomplishments, and we wish you so much success in all of your future endeavors. We're excited for you, and we are ready as an alumni association to support you in your future endeavors.
I know you're all excited about getting on with your celebration, so I will keep my message brief, and I know we're also melting in these black outfits. But my story that I want to share with you just very briefly is about staying connected to the university that we all love. So each of you can bring your unique gift of your time, commitment, and treasures to the university after today, after your graduation. In the spirit of community, my personal story is one that speaks to staying linked in with your UGA family. So in both my professional and personal journey, UGA and the College of Family and Consumer Sciences gave me the courage to pursue my passions. Upon graduating from FACS, back when it was a quarter system, I'm much older than I look, I received an undergraduate degree in consumer economics, and I went to work for a Fortune 500 company, working in human resources, training, and communications. And I really feel that my education and the personal connections that I made during my time there prepared me for working and creating networks that have been influential for me even to today. When I decided that I wanted to leave the corporate world to turn my attention to nonprofits, my degree from Georgia in the College of Family Consumer Sciences, Consumer Economics told me that to leave corporate America and to go to nonprofits was probably not a good financial decision. But I knew that if I used what I had learned at the college, I could be successful in any arena, and you will be as well. It's not just a college. It's not just a university. This is a place that speaks to who we are and who we want to be. We're a community and a family that support one another throughout our life's journey. In fact, my Georgia journey started with a poem that I received that I read last year. And I received it while an undergraduate. I was in Creswell Hall in Athens. And this poem just speaks to me, my journey, and the journey of so many other folks that have graduated from Georgia. And I'm going to read this to you very quickly. And I don't know who wrote it, by the way. Someone asked me last time, who wrote this poem? No clue. I Googled it. It says author unknown. I wish I could give them props because it is just so profound. So, title unknown, but it says, whatever you give away today, or think, or say, or do, will multiply about tenfold and then return to you. It may not come immediately, nor from the obvious source, but the law applies unfailingly through some invisible force. Whatever you feel about another, be it love or hate or passion, will surely bounce right back to you in some clear or secret fashion. If you speak about some person, a word of praise or two, soon tens of other people will speak kind words of you. Because our thoughts are broadcasts of the soul, not secrets of the brain. Kind ones bring us happiness, petty ones, untold pain. Giving to others works as surely as a reflection in the mirror. If hate you send, hate you'll get back. But loving brings love near. So remember as you start each day and duty crowds your mind, that kindness comes so quickly back to those who first are kind. So let that thought in this last one direct us all through each and every day. That the only things we truly ever get to keep are the things we give away. Those short lines have been my guiding principle. And with that, I hope you will consider giving your time, your energy, and your connectiveness to the university. After today, I hope you'll take the opportunity to reflect on what the University of Georgia has done for you and think, what can I do? How can I pay it forward? So just as you're sitting here today looking gorgeous, you're about to embark on your amazing journey. There will be others just like you in the future that will look to you for guidance, support, and mentoring. So as it is stated, to those much has been given, much is required. And my hope for each of you is that you look back fondly over this time and look forward eagerly and know that no matter what department or major or college or campus you represent, whether you live in Atlanta, New York, DC, Griffin, Athens, Paris, where I want to live, there is always a home for you in the UGA Alumni Association. We host several events that are super fun, like Trivia Night for young alumni, Alumni Awards events, 40 Under 40 Awards, Bulldog 100 celebrations. There's so many affinity groups that speak to you personally that you can join. There's so many fabulous opportunities for new graduates to meet other alumni and to network with other professionals in your field, reconnect with professors, and of course, see old friends. So just know this is the beginning of your continued journey with the University of Georgia. So again, congratulations to you, class of 2023, and I look forward to seeing you at many alumni events. Go Dogs!
So I think I have a new poem to add to my repertoire. I couldn't have said it better myself. So thank you very much for those closing words to our graduates. Once again, on behalf of the University of Georgia and the Griffin campus, I want to congratulate each student on the accomplishments we are celebrating with you today. Thank you to all the family and friends for coming out to support these students. Thank you to the campus faculty and staff members, as well as our other guests, for your work today and for your attendance at this ceremony. We will have a reception for our graduates following the recessional. These are designed to allow for our faculty, staff, and students to mingle a bit and share some fond memories before dispersing on their separate paths. We hope guests will likewise join us for these receptions. Each of the rooms has some light refreshments courtesy of our sponsors, ServPro of Henry and Spalding counties, and Edward Jones financial advisor, Ryan Peavyhouse. Please take note of the room in which your graduate will be following the recessional. All of the rooms are behind me in the Student Learning Center on the first floor. All graduates receiving their bachelor's degree, whether from College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences, the Terry College of Business, or the Franklin College of Arts and Sciences, will be in room 115. Graduates of the Mary Frances Early College of Education will be in room 105. Graduates of the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences, both master's and PhD candidates, you will be in room 104. So one more time, all the graduates receiving bachelor's degrees from College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences, Terry College of Business, and Franklin College, that's room 115. Graduates of Mary Frances Early College of Education, room 105. Graduate master's and PhD graduates from College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences is room 104. If you need assistance finding your room, please look to one of our UGA Griffin ambassadors, who you see in the red jackets spaced around the building and outdoors here. We also invite you to take a tour of our campus while you're here. Perhaps grab a lunch in the Dundee Cafe located right behind you. It is open today for your convenience. We have a campus store with Bulldog paraphernalia and garb in the Flint building behind the Dundee Cafe. Please visit there if you want to take some extra mementos home to the family. And also, please feel free to take a picture with your graduate and family with our campus mascot, the UGA statue that's underneath the flagpole between Dundee Cafe and the Flint Building. Graduates, you now join more than 340,000 other University of Georgia Bulldog, alumni as part of the Bulldog Nation. Again, congratulations, best of luck as a UGA graduate. Don't be strangers, come back and see us as often as you possibly can. And most importantly, go Dogs!